Picture it like this. God is formless, and he wants to play the game of life. So in order to make the game of life, he's got to make a board. And on that board, which is the universe, and on that board has 5 or 6 or 7 different little globs of things. We'll call those planets. And inside those planets, there's like cards and little questionnaires and stuff like that, and little game pieces and little things like that. Well, this is a lot more elaborate than the game of life, but it's about the same thing. Now, let's say that every time throughout this game of life, somebody, quote unquote, I don't know how to say it, wins the game, you basically shake it all up and start it up again, which is extinction. So this is just like one of those things where, and when the person finds out what happens, or when the person actually wins the game and understands what's going on and can actually explain it to everybody, everybody decides whether they wanted to go to chaos and destroy itself, or they wanted to go to peace. Well, right now we're in that process, and no one knows that I won the game. And they're in the middle of chaos, when all they have to do is pick peace. And we can actually have a world of, like, amazing discoveries of talents and abilities that we've always had, but nobody's ever concentrated on because we've been too busy fighting each other. And that's the thing. We're building weapons and shit. You think if we used all that energy that we put into the metals and the stuff we use for weapons, that we couldn't have used that energy in ourselves and done things? I mean, I just don't understand what people are thinking. I don't understand. But anyway, yeah, peace. I'm just trying to give you a good scenario, but that might not be a best one for some people who have to have this concrete, really elaborate, makes more sense than that kind of description. That's not how it works. God isn't mad. God isn't happy. God is just there. And until he had people or organisms that showed emotions and expressions, none of those things were even there. They were just that. They didn't even, some things don't even feel. But they exist. And that's pretty non-sensory. But there are a lot of things like that. Most people can't get that because we have senses and we feel. So we don't get it. On some level, I mean, I guess on some very small, subtle level, everything feels, but not the same way. So, yeah. So, whatever.